Today we read the whole of John chapter 9. Thought for the Week has been offered every Wednesday on the Land of Cathedral YouTube channel for over 4 years. It started as Thought for the Day at the beginning of lockdown and ran for 5 months, 6 times a week. And then it became Thought for the Week as lockdown eased and churches reopened. But as my retirement approaches at the beginning of May, this April will be the last month of the Thoughts. All the previous ones are still available on YouTube if anyone wants to listen to ones you might have missed. Today we read this very long narrative from John's Gospel, one which explores the deep theme of sight and blindness, understanding and incomprehension, open and closed minds. This is one of John's 7 signs, not reported to impress us with the miracles that Jesus could do or convince us that he was God's son. Other wandering preachers and healers did such miracles, but to explore the identity of Jesus, his significance, and our response to him. Do we see, or are we blind? The blind man sees better than the Pharisees who Jesus is. He moves from being an outcast from the religious community, suffering God's punishment, to being a disciple of Jesus with a full confession of faith. Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him. What a transformation. But he could only be changed because he was prepared to see. The crux of the story comes at the end, the punchline if you like, as Jesus applies the lesson to the Pharisees, whose minds were firmly set against Jesus. I came into this world for judgment, so that those who do not see may see, and those who do see may become blind. So the Pharisees say, surely we're not blind, are we? And Jesus says, if you were blind, you would not have sin. But now that you say we see, your sin remains. It's a powerful warning against complacency, which we're all prone to assume that we have the right opinions and attitudes. We know what's going on. We are right. And they, whoever they are, must be wrong. The line between this and being clear and confident in what we believe is perilously thin. The Pharisees thought they had everything figured out, and they simply could not fit Jesus into their worldview. So, he must be wrong. Their certainty became a stumbling block. They were blind to truths which seemed self-evident to the formerly blind man, who even dared to mock them with his new insight. How can you fail to recognize that this man is from God, since he restored my sight? Elsewhere, Jesus promised, those who seek will find. The looking, the asking, the searching matter. The questions, the wanting to know and understand more matter. The answers, well, let's not jump too quickly to answers. And maybe it would be wise to regard answers as provisional, like a scientific conclusion. It's subject to another discovery, which could present other, more insightful truths, and that's how scientific knowledge develops. Our understanding of God, our spiritual insight, must be much more provisional. Remember that the opposite of faith is not doubt or questioning, it's certainty.